Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Kullmer. I am the CIO and a Senior Solution Architect at Tromba Technologies. It is my pleasure for Tromba Technologies and Upland FileBound to present this webinar of real RPA use cases extending FileBound workflow. These use cases come directly from our FileBound customers. I feel that now is an important time for FileBound users to spark new ideas to grow their organizations. The agenda for today's webinar is an introduction to Tromba Technologies, information about hyper-intelligent automation or intelligent automation, benefits of FileBound automation, and benefits of Kofax RPA. The use case examples that we will be showing are real, and the demonstration is live. We will extend FileBound workflow with seamless RPA robot execution to bring data and documents from external systems back into the workflow process. The use cases that we will show are an address verification performed as part of an onboarding workflow where an RPA robot searches a plot database and looks up the address to return information and a screenshot of the GPS map. Next, an IT ticketing system is updated after IT steps are performed in an onboarding workflow. The third use case researches an applicant's credentials during an onboarding workflow. A fourth use case takes a price aggregation research task and triggers a FileBound workflow if a price threshold requires an alert and escalation. And the last use case is a medical invoice line item lookup to verify medical insurance pricing based upon the current rural and urban price schedule. Now for some background about Tromba Technologies. Tromba Technologies is an enterprise technology solutions company. We were founded in 2002. Tromba is based in Denver, Colorado, with customers across the US and in Canada. Tromba's vision is to change the way business is conducted in today's modern world. At the heart of this vision is to build strong relationships with clients. Tromba does not reinvent the wheel, but rather provides the greatest value and benefit through solutions built on industry-leading software offerings. We strive to help our customers grow with the use of technology. With many of our customers, we've built relationships for over a decade. Tromba has enjoyed seeing our customers grow while Tromba's value in these relationships have also grown. Tromba has a deep and broad technology team. All of our team members are senior resources with well over a decade of technology and automation experience. A few of us, like myself, have over 2 decades of experience working with customers in this industry and technology solutions. Our knowledge and experience span solutions for cognitive document automation, enterprise content management, electronic forms and digital signatures, customer communication management, robotic process automation, intelligent business process management, dynamic case management, business intelligence and process intelligence, mobile experience and mobile capture, customer and user portals. At this time, I am pleased to introduce Blake Gilmore, the Director and Product Management at Upland FileBound. Blake is joining us to share information about Upland FileBound's automation strategy.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate the introduction. So Upland FileBound was founded in 2001. It is a document-centric business process management platform. Historically, it was an enterprise content management system, but in the last few years, we've reimagined it as a platform for collecting, storing, and distributing information to the appropriate systems and people in an organization across a wide variety of use cases. With more than 3,000 implementations across the globe, with a single largest cloud installation that includes more than 37 million documents, now more than 10,000 users, 1,800 workflows, and 2 terabytes of storage. We store documents for a large number of customers and have now extended document storage into process automation. Chris, on the next slide, hopefully. So quick introduction to Upland software. Upland was founded in 2012. We're now a combination of a number of enterprise work management cloud suites, including project and IT management, workflow and document automation, and digital engagement. With more than 30 solutions, we offer a number of different industry solution-specific applications to help you grow. A little bit more about FileBound. One more slide, Chris, sorry. All right, perfect. We'll just talk a little bit more about FileBound. We've determined that because a document or a form is the primary means that customers move information throughout their organization, pairing your document storage with a flexible drag and drop workflow engine allows you to easily create robust workflows across a number of implementation use cases, ensuring that your data or information is transmitted and actioned correctly every time it goes through a process. With the addition of a web-based or Word document-based form engine built using a drag and drop designer, you'll have the ability to collect information or create documents, giving you the flexibility to achieve your digital transformation goals across the entire document workflow lifecycle. This drives business efficiency from process automation, while also allowing everyone in your organization to understand exactly where a document is in a consistently implemented and trackable process. As a web-based system, users can access the required content and complete their workflow activity from anywhere with an internet connection, powering the remote workforce. Granular security rules make it easy to ensure people have access only to the information that they need in the system. A good digital transformation strategy includes reviewing your processes regularly to make sure that you understand bottlenecks and to help you continuously improve your workflow process. FileBound's built-in process analytics engine makes it easy to identify areas for process improvement using a predictive analytics engine to help you understand exactly how tasks are moving through a process, highlighting either tasks that need to be reviewed or individuals that may need some additional assistance. This helps your organization to better adapt processes to rapidly changing market needs. Equally important, built-in security helps you maintain compliance and governance rules. Detailed auditing tracks document and workflow activity, making it easier to understand both who is allowed to access particular information, as well as who has actually viewed or changed the information over time. Built-in records management also allows the records management team to not only identify records, but also configure unique retention policies and destruction rules for each type of content in the system. Integration is really important to help you realize the full potential of your operating platform, which is the applications that you use to help you digitize the entire document lifecycle. But unfortunately, integration isn't always programmatically possible, sometimes either for financial reasons or sometimes because the technology just doesn't allow it. This is one of the areas where a robotic process automation tool can really help you fill in the gaps in your technology ecosystem. But integration is just one of the ways that can be used in your organization, and we're really hoping that today's demo helps you to better understand how an RPA engine can help you realize your digital transformation goals. But don't just take it from me in terms of the benefits of FileBound. We've been working with Tromba Technologies for a number of years to help them use FileBound to help solve specific customer needs. So with that, I'll turn it over to Chris, who will be talking a little bit more about the benefits of FileBound from their perspective. Thanks, Chris.
Actually, this is Robert again, and I'm going to just continue this part of the webinar. Chris, are you able to bring up the two slides that we had a little technical malfunction there where we weren't able to bring up the slides that Blake was speaking about, and I would like to actually show those so you can visually see what Blake was sharing. Nothing like a little technical difficulty for a webinar. So go specifically to those slides, Chris. Okay, back one.
Perfect.
There we go.
Thank you, Robert. That's all right.
Yeah.
I was just adapting with the time, so to speak. But yeah, again, the introduction of FileBound as your content platform really is looking at some of these areas to help you implement digital transformation through a document platform. I think probably the next slide, Chris, sorry, is where did we go? This one, perfect. So as we talk about Upland's document workflow cloud solution suite, we provide a comprehensive operating platform for what we call secure document lifecycle automation. And the document lifecycle automation is really the culmination or the combination of all of the products necessary to completely automate the lifecycle of a document as it goes through your organization, whether that's a source of paper via scan or a PDF via email or a fax. We want to make sure that we're providing solutions across the entire document lifecycle. FileBound drives the business workflow component of the lifecycle automation process, so the automation suite. But the entire lifecycle starts really from capture and it continues throughout the business. And building a technology platform that allows you to automate this document lifecycle really gives you a great platform with which to drive digital transformation or automation throughout your organization. So one of the ways that we discuss digital transformation in an organization is really looking at, can you, with the technology and the tools that you have now, really enable digital automation across that entire document lifecycle, whether that's from a capture perspective, and whether you're using a Kofax capture or Upland's capture solution. We want to provide great capture tools from any device, whether that's an MFP or a telephone, into a great capture application that can help you automate extraction and initial routing of that data, all the way through business workflow, where we're actually extracting a little bit more information or adding more information as it goes through the process, and then routing that to the appropriate people. And then, of course, on to distribution, where that information finally ends up in the final systems. Even though content itself might live in FileBound, many times we need to push that information via some kind of integration out to another line of business type application. So thanks for going backwards, Robert. If you guys want to continue now with your Kofax conversation, as you guys are Kofax partners as well.
Sure. Thank you, Blake. I have to say it is exciting here at Tromba as a FileBound reseller to see FileBound adding these fantastic automation features over the years. All of these features have been a benefit to our FileBound customers. I just want to point out some of these features that stand out that makes FileBound a great fit for any intelligent automation strategy. And some of these features are easy to use configuration, device agnostic mobile solutions, analytic tools, easy to use and easy to adopt user experience, easy to understand and simple unlimited user licensing model, strong integration capabilities, optimization of business processes, all while maintaining compliance. In this webinar, we're going to extend FileBound intelligent workflows with Kofax RPA. And some of you may not have heard of Kofax or only know Kofax as a document capture solution. Well, Kofax is the leader for capture and intelligent document processing. Everest Group, Forrester, Gartner still all recognize Kofax as the leader in intelligent document processing. What many do not know is that Kofax has been acquiring different automation technologies and integrating them into its intelligent automation platform. Recently, Everest Group has recognized Kofax as having a clear vision and being a leader to deliver end-to-end process automation for enterprises through a unified intelligent automation platform. Kofax RPA is Kofax's robotics process automation offering, and it is a cornerstone to Kofax's intelligent automation strategy. Recently, Gartner released a critical capabilities for robotic process automation report. This report had a startling indicator for many in the RPA industry. Kofax RPA is the only RPA vendor that ranked in the top 4 across all 3 of the report categories. This is significant when evaluating and choosing an RPA solution that is the most capable with a lot of options in the market. Looking at Kofax's intelligent automation strategy, there are key components. These components are cognitive document automation, mobility and engagement, robotic process automation, advanced analytics, process orchestration, and enhanced AI. We find that all Kofax's intelligent automation components complement FileBound and FileBound's automation strategy. That is why we have found Kofax RPA to be the best solution to extend FileBound into RPA. Now let's look at your organization. Why would anyone need intelligent automation? Well, there are business challenges that we see common across our customers and other organizations, and I believe you have some of these same challenges. For instance, organizations have complex business processes with many touch points involving both users and systems. Organizations are still wrestling with massive amounts of data. And by wrestling, I mean getting data into or out of possibly several different business systems. It is still common that these different systems are not connected, and the only way users can interact with them is manual entry or a lot of copy and paste. This all translates into a lot of manual work. Right now, today, there are enormous market pressures on organizations to reduce process times, increase accuracy, and to ultimately get more done sooner. The demand to keep up with customers' expectations and their experience can be crushing at times. How are these challenges being met today? Well, in the past, it was simply putting more people into the process or doing more manual data entry. Or some of our customers even increased data entry outsourcing. Many put little thought to the costs that were being added to offset these pressures. Today, outsourcing has been majorly disrupted. Increased costs are now being cut or reviewed with little consideration to the overall effect on process and customers. Adding more labor for data entry is less of an option for many today. So what are the options? Well, here is a leading question. How did the major banks get a high volume of SBA loans processed so quickly before other banks even started their process? In comes robotic process automation. Robotic process automation, or RPA, is the automation of manual repetitive tasks. Many times, these tasks involve data entry. They could involve performing a search on a website or in a business system, copying some data, going to another spreadsheet or a business system, and pasting the data. Does that sound familiar? RPA can perform tasks just like I described using software robots. These automation robots can perform tasks accurately 24/7. Organizations are finding that RPA by itself is not as beneficial as they need it to be. Repetitive tasks are all part of a larger process. Organizations need RPA robots interacting with systems and moving data between systems as part of larger business processes. They want the data that RPA can access to drive larger intelligence, like machine learning for transforming structured and unstructured documents, or automated AI to recognize people, content, and context when acting upon process decisions. Intelligent automation creates a more powerful workforce by combining digital workers with your existing human talent. This is what reduces processing times accurately, all while reducing processing costs. One of the major differentiators with Tromba's intelligent automation solutions is a no-code platform. Both FileBound and Kofax RPA are no-code configuration solutions. This allows both Tromba and its customers to deliver solutions faster. I'm a firm believer in doing more with less, but today, all of us need to be doing more and sooner. Now, I am pleased to introduce Chris Whitright. He is a senior RPA and FileBound implementation consultant on my team. He has 15 years in the technology industry. He also has a decade of experience bringing automation solutions to our customers. He holds Kofax and FileBound certifications across different automation technologies like cognitive document automation, intelligent business process management, robotics process automation, and others. He's joining us now to present the live demonstration of use cases to extend FileBound Workflow Automation with Kofax RPA.
Thank you, Robert. So the first robot that we're going to look at is an address verification robot. Just so everybody is aware, this is the FileBound project search screen that comes straight out of the box with FileBound. We're going to be using a FileBound workflow to enable a robot to go out to a website, verify an address, then bring some data back with a screenshot of the map. So here we have our loan application. We're going to route it to a workflow. Now, this workflow can be used in the finance industry to indicate an applicant's address. It might be used in a real estate vertical in order to verify property information. There's actually a client of ours that uses something similar in order to verify residence information. So as you can see, it's back in a workflow with a valid address. And here's our map. It's a map of the address and some information along with it. The next workflow that we're going to be looking at is a ticketing integration workflow. So Mary Tyler Moore needs a new computer. So what we're going to do is we're going to route this help desk IT ticket request to a workflow. It's going to give us a technician, a ticket number, and a status. So one of the key components to employee onboarding is getting them to be set up with the appropriate equipment so that they can do their job. And our IT department can help with that. Opening IT tickets is just one of those administrative tasks that takes time away from resources who could be helping people. So why not have a robotic process automation let you assist with those tasks? Also, integrating multiple systems into one platform helps save time and money for your company. And again, this isn't limited to just an IT department. Any kind of customer service department can use this type of integrated workflow to help them achieve results quickly. I guess this is one of the downsides to doing live bullets, right? Things always seem to go a little slower when we're showing it off. However, it should be noted that this is one of the great things about RPA. A user is not stuck here looking at a loading screen. It can be doing a different task while it loads while the robot is running in the background. So. As you can see here, it came back with an open status. The next workflow that we're going to be looking at is a credentialing workflow. So Carol Harris is a new vendor for us. We want to find out a little bit more about her information. So we need to find out a little bit more about her license. So what we're going to do is we're going to route an application into a workflow and have it bring back several pieces of information, like a confirmed license number, effective date, expiration date, and status. We're also going to have it bring back a screenshot of what it found on the website. So as you can see here, it confirmed her license information, license numbers match, and here's a screenshot of the license information. Now, robots can go out and gather information from potential business relationships. And the benefit for doing credentialing on a potential vendor or any business relationship is that it helps protect your business from any potential fraud that may be out there. We actually did this exactly for a customer of ours that involved multiple websites gathering information. The fourth use case that we're going to look at is a pricing robot. Now, this one is going to be triggered by a database event. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a database event trigger our price lookup robot, and it's going to go look up the price of scanners. So kind of a straight inventory lookup. So what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at a market price, and then we're going to compare it against our own internal price. Now, this can be triggered by any kind of event. Another robot, another workflow, but in this case, for demonstration purposes, we're using a database event and running a robot manually. However, robots don't have to be run manually. They can be run on a schedule or triggered by any kind of event like I just mentioned. So here's our pricing report. You can see the URL that it went out to, and it's in a workflow where a knowledge worker can make a choice whether to keep a price set or set a new price. Go out to that website and just confirm that it got the right information. And there it is. There's our scanner that we're looking at. The very last robot that we're going to be looking at is a medical billing one. So we're going to be looking at a medical invoice that we received and OCR'd and captured some data off of. As you can see here, we have a couple line items. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending this invoice and an address to a website to confirm whether this invoice is in a rural or an urban area. Because what happens is the amounts change based on whether something is rural or urban. So what we're going to do first is we're going to send the invoice to a workflow, which will then send the address and these line items, and then go match it against a website. It'll also bring a screenshot back of whether it's urban or rural, so we can confirm it. So this use case is really demonstrating a validation between two different sources. What we extracted off the invoice versus what Medicare is telling us. And Medicare publishes these codes every year. And we can see that our verification report came back and it is in an urban area. And we also have the invoice now in a workflow to say we verified the address and it matched the line item total with what our amount is. So with that, I'm going to kick it back to Robert to close this out.
Thank you, Chris. These examples that Chris just showed are they're 5 examples. The example in your business or what your need might be is limitless. We wanted to show you today how FileBound Workflow Automation can be extended by Kofax RPA robots. All these examples can be running throughout the day, in the night, over the weekend to move processes along and to get more work done within your organization. If any of these examples have triggered any kinds of questions or thoughts about how this technology might further your organization, about how FileBound and Kofax RPA might help you, please feel free to contact us at sales@trombatech.com. You'll find more information about intelligent automation on our website at www.trombatech.com. And we hope you all have a great day, and thank you for joining us.